Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of my Madden 16 random auction house road to glory. So thank you, as per usual, thank you all guys for commenting in the last episode. Let's try and get, let's try and get over 50 comments this episode, and as per usual, let's try and get over 40 likes. So something a bit different this episode. If you usually watch the series and you don't comment a filter, just for this one episode, can you comment on a filter to use for next episode? And if we get enough comments, I'll add 5 new players to the team instead of 3. So make sure you get commenting, just if you watch the episode and you're enjoying it. But as per usual, thank you guys for doing that. But I'll jump into getting a player now. So one that came up a few times, I got someone who comments on a lot of my videos. I got JP. He wants position hero. And there is also a few other people who want position heroes. There's Zurich Foreman as well who wants position hero. So I'm going to go with position hero, but I'm going to go with number 7. Just because I got a good feeling about the number 7. Hopefully he comes big. And we managed to get Anthony Barr. I could have got Ryan Shazier in there if I went with 6, but Anthony Barr, I'm definitely gonna go with that one. And I'll pick him up now actually for 100k. That's an absolute steal. So we got Anthony Barr there. Hi guys, sorry, the recording actually mucked up there, so I didn't actually end up getting anyone. I've gone back into the auction house and we're going to pick up some other players again. So we got people wanting we've got Tyler Levine who wants a campus hero, and I'm going to go with just the first one that pops up here. And the first one that pops up is Selvey. Not someone I know of, George Selvey. Can't say I know much about him, but I'm sure this bidding will go on for a little bit, so I'll come back and pick him up. And the next one we're going to go with is, we've got Falcons will win, and he wants draft champions, and he wants number 3. So there's the draft champions. Number 3, come on, be a good one. Joe Hayden. We've actually already had him in the series, but we did get rid of him. So I think I'll be putting him back in the team. That's Joe Hayden back in the team. So I'll go and pick those guys up. Hopefully, they'll play well this episode. But now I will jump into the team. So guys, this is what the team looks like. What I ended up doing, since we've already had Joe Hayden in the series, I picked the person who was next along in the auction house, and I went with AP. I mean, I doubt a lot of people are going to be hating on me getting AP into the team. Obviously, I'm going to keep Clinton Portis at number 1 since there's no reason I'd drop him for AP. But I'm going to give AP some reps here and there. I'll try and get some 2 running back formations involved so AP can get involved in the team. But I didn't want to go with Joe Hayden again so we don't use the same players again. Also, we got Anthony Barr there at left outside linebacker, hoping that I can start getting my user game a little bit better with him, because apparently he's one of the best user cards in the game, and I think what I'm going to have to do is maybe change playbook or something like that to get him involved in the team more. And we've also got Selvey here at right end, who I'm not sure about his stats. I mean, 84 block shed isn't the best, but with 96 finesse moves, he's reasonably quick, so hopefully he'll do a good job for us when he's part of the team. And we've just got the man up here. Look, his card just looks over the team, and he's just saying, in that card, he's just saying, no matter what you guys do, I'm going to carry you throughout the game anyway. So just don't worry about it, to be honest. But hopefully you guys have enjoyed the episode up to this point. If you have, smash a like on the like button, as I said earlier. Comment down below on the filters you want me to use for the episode, and subscribe if you are new to the channel. It'd be great to have you as part of the subscriber family. But as per usual, for now, I will jump into a game with the updated team. So guys, this was a very strange game. So towards the end of the game, one of the final plays of the game is the most ridiculous play that I've ever seen in any Madden happen. I mean, the call was absolutely ridiculous. So stick around for that towards the end of the game and you'll definitely see what I mean. But anyway, we're starting on defense here. Now, the first time we've done that in a little while, and you guys know that I love starting on defense. And this guy, he knew what he was doing on offense. Like, He's putting some good drives together, and his passing was really good. I mean, his run play calling wasn't fantastic, but every pass he was making, he was getting between my defenders all the time. There was nothing I could do. I was calling different plays, I was calling different coverage, I was calling, cover 2, cover 3, cover 4, calling everything, and we luckily managed to force him to a 4th and 5, and he actually went with a punt. Very rarely see anyone actually punt the ball nowadays, and fair play to this guy for doing it. It's a ballsy move to punt it, I think. I think it's more ballsy to punt it now than to actually go for it, because scoring is a lot easier with the type of players that are in the game at the moment. But we're coming out on offense here. I just want to get a nice solid drive going, try and work out this guy's defense and see if we can find any holes in it that hopefully we can exploit on our next drive. Just the first drive I always think is about finding holes in your opponent's defence. And he was looking at the run pretty well. I mean, since Clinton Portis's first 2 games, he hasn't been getting loose that often, which is quite frustrating, because after the first 2 games I thought he was going to be an absolute revelation for the team. But I suppose that's my run play probably not helping. I mean, I'm not following the blocks as well in the current games, but I was hoping he could turn up in the games, and he just wasn't doing it most of the time. But as you can see here, he's loading everyone in the box. I didn't think his safety would come forward that quick. I mean, his safety read the play so quickly there. I thought I'd get at least a first down there. Unfortunately, we don't. So we're going to go to 4th and 5 here, 4th and 5, sorry. And I'm going to go to the reliable across the field routes with Delaney Walker as per usual. And it was actually Kelvin Benjamin who ended up throwing to there. But either way, we had a few guys open across the middle because he didn't load up the box there. I'm going to go with the read option. Probably shouldn't have juked in there. I think if I'd have kept going, I might have been able to out-sprint his guys and just... I was trying to get Vic loose in this game. I mean, using his legs a bit more, which is something I'm not doing too much. As you can see, I'm sitting in the pocket with him, and he's a good pocket passer, but that's not why you get Michael Vick in the team, or that's not what you do when you have Michael Vick in the team. But I'm just going to... Luckily, Clinton Portis, one thing he hasn't let me down in is speed. So I'm just going to toss it to the outside. He sent everyone up the middle. We get a nice block, just giving you that extra second to get into the end zone. So we get a 7-0 lead. And I know this guy can score, but the way he was driving it, he wasn't going for the big plays. He was going for the, he was going to get the safe first down or something like that. And as you can see, he's getting just over 10 yards when he's getting forward. So he doesn't have time to sort of get into the end zone here. And he's going to go with some big plays. He's going to roll out here, as you can see. Luckily for us, we nearly get an interception there. It doesn't end up working out, but he didn't have time to score. So it's 7-0. He actually went with an onside kick there. Didn't work out for him. So he called a timeout, went with a normal kick. And that's just wasted one of his timeouts, which does actually prove key in this game, as you'll see later on. But I just want to get a score here. And I forgot Michael Vick's left-handed and he's playing with right-handed quarterbacks, so I had to flip the play there since I'm going to know the play action, roll out to the left. As you can see, I'm trying to get Michael Vick loose, and he had so much running room there. Probably should have juked inside, but I thought he was going to think I was going to juke inside, if you get what I'm saying. And I went outside, and he just went straight outside and managed to get a stop there. But I'm going to go with the play action again, since it worked so well last time. He doesn't gamble on it properly, and as you can see there, Jericho Cotchery is so open. He has no one within 15 yards of him, and that's probably one of the easiest touchdowns he's ever going to get in his career. So, thank you, Matt, for getting Jericho Cotchery in the team. I know it probably at the time we were both thinking it's not the best pickup, but he proved to make a big play there and get us 14-0 up, which is huge in this game. This guy manages to pick up a first down there. He's confident working his way up the field. The scoreline doesn't merit how well he was playing. I mean, he was making good reads. It's just he was getting on one set of downs every now and again. He was just getting a bit unlucky, I think, where my players seemed to up their coverage for one set of downs. But as you can see, most of the time, he was just making his way up the field nice and easily, making some good yards there. We usually force him to third down, but he was the type of guy who picks up a solid few yards each play. As you can see here, he's got a few guys open. He makes the right read. My user in was terrible this game, not going to lie. I was trying to use Anthony Barr every now and again, and you'll see I get nowhere near anything. So it's definitely something I need to work on. I could have got that there, but I thought my my other receiver was going to make the catch, and I didn't want to interfere with it, because I think if you try and interfere with it, they end up not making it. He ends up dropping it, which actually gives this guy a chance to get back into the game. And he's making, he's just picking up the simple yards, which is what you need to do, to be honest. Calling hurry up offense when he sees there's a gap. I'm changing my coverage where I can to try and counteract that. I'm going to sit 2 guys over the middle, so hopefully he can't pass over the middle. He still manages to. My guys sit a bit too deep, but we lock him up on the 1. And he can't go for that pass again. I'm thinking it's 4th and goal. I was gambling on him going with a pass, but he just ran it out the middle, very nearly get a stop there, just get off the block. Unfortunately we don't, so I know I just need to run down the clock at this point, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to try and run down the clock, but he forces us to 4th and 13. We're going to have play action because it worked so well last time, and as you can see, Jericho Cottree again, wide open, and that's in bounds, right? You think so? No. The game calls it a turnover, and I'm going to slow it down for you. If you look here, right foot in bounds, left foot in bounds, right foot in bounds again. He 3 steps in bounds there. And it was given as a turnover. Probably the most ridiculous decision I've ever seen. And I try and challenge the play. Doesn't end up working. He gets the ball back. And as you can see, he's wide open on the right hand side here. Gets to the 1 yard line. And at this point, I'm obviously really annoyed with how the game's gone. Because that was definitely, I can't see how that catch wasn't in, and that would have been game over because you only have 1 timeout left. But he's going to get in to the end zone, get a touchdown, and get a 2-point conversion, which was devastating. I mean, at this point, when you feel you've been robbed of a game, I definitely felt like I was being robbed of a game here. But we still have hope with Clinton Portis. We're going to juke up the middle. We see a huge hole. We roll out to the hole, and there's no one anywhere near him. But I'm going to do something really, really lame here. I know it's lame, but I'm going to play for the win because I really want the win with this team. I don't want to lose with this team yet. We're going to go for the field goal and just get the safe win and keep our streak going in the series. So that's the win. Sorry for the lame ending there. I just wanted to get the win. I didn't want to risk him getting a touchdown on return or anything because I know he could score. But hopefully you guys have enjoyed the episode. Let's try and get 40 likes, like I said, and 50 comments on the filters. Let's try and beat that record. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for another video. Cannot believe that play wasn't in, though. It's ridiculous. Unbelievable. I mean, if I'd have lost the game because of that.